back to another episode of the Hoodie and the Headband podcast show. It's your boy Headband Beat Up, joined by my boy, my brother
Tariq.
Excuse me. Middle of the week, end of the week. How you feeling? No, cause I realize it's coming on Thursday, so I said end of the week. But
I'm good. By the time y'all hear this, get closer to my 3-day weekend. Be big, relaxing. My mom's birthday is on Saturday.
Oh yeah, May
Yeah.
25th. May 25th is a big day for the Hoodie and the Headband.
Yes, sir. But yeah, been in the gym a little bit. Just been locked in. So, how about you, bro?
Man, hey, same over here. My dad's birthday Saturday, just like your mom's birthday Saturday. I've been in the gym, just like you've been in the gym. That's really crazy, bro. We really been living the same lives this week. I'm back active, man. Headband Beat Up is back on the courts. I need new hoop shoes though. I can't keep hooping in my Bordeaux. I mean, as much as I love them, as comfortable as they are, I ain't gonna lie. I saw those at the court. I was like, you know what? Just might have to. I don't want to get the same pair because like that pair is so tough, and it's the colorway is like Brooklyn Mirage or something like that, or Brooklyn's Finest. I think it's something involved in Brooklyn because they play in Brooklyn. But
I want to get colorway with the ones before I get the twos too.
Them twos.
Because these ones, they hella. Ooh, my fault. Mad comfortable.
Listen,
but
bro.
Twos look good too.
I need the twos. I need the ones. I need the twos. I'm overdue on a new basketball shoe. There's so many shoes that I want, bro. But being an adult, I can't spend my money on shoes. I gotta spend money on bills, responsibilities.
I ain't about.
Listen, man. If y'all want to help towards my shoe fund,
or my Haley Jones jersey.
That too. That's coming. That's coming. I got you. That's coming soon. But yeah, if you want to contribute to the Hoodie and Headband funds, you'll be able to do so soon. I don't know why I previewed that. I don't know. Anyways, man. No, I had a good week though. Trying to get back active, bro. I think I'm gonna hit the beach this weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the beach this weekend. I need some relaxation, bro. I need some relaxation badly. But just needed, some type of reset or recharge, So yeah. But nevertheless, though, we are back to talk WNBA. Because that's what we do. As well as talk NBA in college and other things basketball. Because it's a hoop show, basketball show. It's not just one thing. We won't just stick to one subject over here. But yeah, man, exciting first week of the league, bro. Some exciting things happened. We had some rookie debuts that happened. We got to see how some of these teams look, like these new look teams. We got to see reigning champs, got to see the runner-ups, reigning MVPs. It's just good to see everybody in action. Except for some people that I want to see in action, like Chelsea Gray still out due to injury. Saw 2. Yesterday I was just sitting there. I was like, dang, bro, I really missed Saw 2 on the court, bro. Who else is out there? BG. BG's out. We still haven't had a debut yet from Camila Cardozo because she's out, but she'll be playing June 1st. Making her debut. Speaking of debuts, Nika Mew made her debut last night. Got the visa whole situation all fixed out. Now we recorded this the day of her debut. We're recording this on Wednesday, so can't talk about stats, can't talk about the game, whatever. But it's good to see that she's able to play. Speaking of playing, I like that Kate Martin is getting some minutes on the Aces. I love that. I love not everything. I just love the Kate Martin story. I love the Kate Martin story, bro. Like, how can you root against that? I know how you can root against that, but I'm not gonna go there. Tariq, I'm not gonna go there today. I'm not gonna do it today. I'm not gonna bug out. I'm not gonna crash. I crashed out before the show. I'm not crashing out during the show. But
oh man,
I don't know. It's just been Just been a lot to see, man. It's just been refreshing to see the W back in full swing. What has been something that you've enjoyed this first week?
Kalia Copper,
Oh yeah,
she's been fantastic.
dropped 37
Um,
on the Aces. Gave them
and
their
then
first L.
38 the night before, or the game before that.
Yeah,
I think 3 days apart. She's been playing really well. Curious to see how they continue to play without BG. Um, Carly Samuelson's playing pretty well with Washington.
yep,
Britt Sykes went down, so they're playing another player short. Shakira Austin's her minutes, and or she's still a little limited in terms of minutes and um, you know, getting rest days and things like that. Um, the links, they all look really good. Courtney Williams is playing the point guard spot really well. Alana Smith has fit in seamlessly.
yeah,
Um, B is having another all WNBA type of season. Well, through 3 games, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, we had a good Maddie Seegers game, a good Haley Jones game. Um, Enrique has been playing really well, um, and especially with the injuries that they have, there's times where she's on the court, like last night, well, 2 nights ago now when they were playing the Dream. Um, she was really the only like scoring, or I would say comfortable scoring option because Maddie Seegers can score, but I wouldn't say at this point they're like giving her the ball and fully trusting her. Even though she has the ability, we haven't seen it consistently yet. But I think as the season goes on, she'll get more and more confidence in looking for her shot. Um, but yeah, Enrique has been really good. The DJ Carrington playing fantastic. Um, Playing like once again most improved player. So there's a lot of players, but Najalini, Hamilton, John Cole Jones is playing a lot better to start the season than she did last year.
oh, they
All right,
turn things up in Brooklyn, bro.
yeah, Ryan and Alicia are playing really well. So there's a lot of good things going on in the league right now.
Oh yeah. And shout out to Enrique. Congratulations to Enrique and
Yeah.
her spouse. Um, for proposing, being engaged after dropping 35. That's tough. You drop 35 and then propose to your shorty? Like, that's different.
One thing I do enjoy watching is Marina and Enrique playing against each other. Like they're best friends at Notre Dame, best friends when they play together in Dallas. And then she went to Chicago, and it's like every time they play, to a lesser degree, it's kind of like Bron and D Wade. Like you just know they're gonna go at each other and they're gonna try to go crazy. I think they both had 30. I might be wrong, but I feel like the first game they played, they both had 30.
Yeah.
So
I definitely echo your praises towards Dejanay. Dejanay has really been a big part of Connecticut's early success this season. Just really been after it, bro. She's really been a dog on both ends of the court, picking up Caitlin in those first couple of games. And then getting after it on both sides of the ball, man. Yeah. I mean, I know it's an early start to the season, but she's front runner for most improved, in my opinion, as of now.
I like the way Kennedy Carter's been playing too in her minutes. She was really big in the fourth quarter against, I think it was the second game against Dallas.
Yeah. Oh, it's good to see Lexi Brown back too. Dealing that she now that's been reported that she has Crohn's disease, and dealing with the complications of that. That's what she was dealing with last season. Last night she had a good game, dropped 20 against the Mystics. That was a crazy ending. Shout out to Cam Brink, bro. My freaking goodness, bro.
I
Just
had to,
six things out of it, yo.
I hope then
In
the
the
Sparks
clutch.
for a reason.
In the clutch, man. Hey, I said Cam Brink DPOY. I don't care.
This year?
She'll get one. She'll get one. I don't know about this year, but I that was a reactionary tweet. That was a very reactive tweet that I put out.
I didn't even see that tweet.
But I say nobody, it was no likes on that tweet. It was right after the one where I posted the Michael Irvin video. But
man, I didn't even see it.
yeah,
I saw the Michael Irvin one, but I didn't see that one.
because that one was getting a couple likes and retweets. But yeah, no.
Retweet and like it with the show page.
Yeah.
That way I'll see it for sure, and then we can. Oh snap! What y'all think about it? Something, you know.
Yeah. But no, speaking of rookies though, Caitlin Clark obviously made her debut, and she just had a solid. She's had a solid, start to her career. No, she struggled in game one, but she ended up getting 20 points, and then that first game against the Liberty, she had 9. Like teams are you a different kind of rookie that they game planning for you, like based off of your collegiate stuff. And knowing that this team is gonna go and run their offense through you and stuff, and yo, she not about to pull from half on us. Like, no, they picking her up 94 feet. As a rookie, that's different. That's different. But no rookie has gotten that type of treatment, bro. I don't think NBA or WNBA rookies gotten that type of treatment. To where they that ill, to where we got to be like, all right, we are game planning against this rookie. Not this all-star, not this reigning MVP player. No, we game planning against this rookie. Now, granted, this team still got a ways to go. They still got a lot of young pieces that are gelling together and are adjusting to the W still. It's still finding their way. But I just think, yo, Kaylin just possesses a different kind of gravity, bro. Being that she's as skilled as she is. But yeah, no, she had her ups and downs,
And 10 turnovers in the first game.
Yeah, a double-double with turnovers. It's not good. But I understand it's her first professional game. So, they almost beat the Sun the other night. They gave the Sun over for their money.
Yeah. They were just
that team is she's all right. So she's currently averaging 17 points a game, 4 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 0.8 steals. Not bad. They are 0-4 as of before tonight's game.
Yeah.
Seattle, who are 1-3, who've gotten off to a slow start. But I mean, you look at the schedule, they've had probably the toughest schedule in the league. They had to play the Connecticut Sun twice, New York Liberty twice. And then that's not an easy.
I think they played the Aces either Saturday or Sunday.
Good Lord, man.
I think they played
Seattle tonight.
I think they
played Seattle last night.
I think they played Seattle, then the Sparks, then they played the Aces. If I remember correctly.
Let's see.
What's today? Wednesday? So maybe they play Sunday. Because I want to
play Seattle, LA. Seattle Wednesday, LA Friday. Saturday play Las Vegas.
Oh, they have a back-to-back.
Bro, they got back-to-backs, bro.
They got a back-to-back.
I've been keeping that. They've been having back-to-backs more. Like,
they have a back-to-back and they playing the Aces. That's crazy.
Yeah. Going from Long Beach to Las Vegas. At least they got charter flights.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave that there.
But speaking of the fever though, how do you feel about Leah Boston's start to the season?
I mean, I feel like how do I want to say this? I feel like some of the players are putting a lot of pressure on themselves, Caitlin included. I think a lot of players are putting pressure on themselves to do everything right away when you could just, I feel like they don't have the time to make this work. Like you have nothing but time. There's no need to try to rush everything. They've only played 4 games together with this group. They've only played the last two with Kelsey Mitchell in the starting lineup,
Mm-hmm.
and they've looked better. And she's played some really good post players. I mean, she played Bree Jones, Alyssa Thomas, and DeWanna Bonner, and even Nelson Adota coming off the bench. So that's one team with size, or that's a team with size, and then you play New York, who has Stewie, who's defensive player of the year, or not defensive player of the year, who is
MVP.
first team all defense. And then you have Jonquil Jones. So it's not like she's just going up against. I'm not gonna say nothing to be disrespectful, but it's not like she's playing some lower tier defensive talent, and she's just really struggling. And I think some of it is figuring out where she's going to get her shots, then putting her in good spots to get good shots. And I think some of it is pressing. I think Melissa, Aaliyah, I think a little bit Katie Lou on offense at times. I just feel like they feel like there's so much pressure on every shot they shoot or every time they touch the ball to make the right play or to make the right decision, and they end up making a bad decision because of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of that has to do with the fact that Caitlin Clark is on the team now, and there's a microscope on them, and they know, okay, 95% of our games are nationally televised games, and you've got new fans. You've got fans that have made if they've seen Aaliyah play, it was probably at South Carolina, because Indiana wasn't a really good team last year. So that if you're a casual fan, that's probably not a team that you're watching. And I think people were expecting too much early.
Yeah.
Expecting Caitlin Clark to come in 30 ball, boom. No, they were expecting Aaliyah Boston to come out and it's 20 and 10, and Alyssa is doing her 15 and 8, and things don't just, you can't just throw things out there and it just works, especially not when someone's coming in with as much expectations as Caitlin is.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say we haven't seen this, because I feel like we have. It's just not to this magnitude. Like, I feel like people went at Wemby and were trying to. Wemby was just too good. He was just, there was like, but there was also
like LeBron's, your Zion's,
yeah.
Like
there was also a point in the season
when he came in the league, people were testing him and going after him and making sure he wasn't this guy that whatever. Like first game, Pat Bev wanted to spoke with Lonzo. Like
yeah.
I mean that's Pat Bev, but
yeah. I just feel like at a certain point, it's just basketball, and people like I saw a highlight before we started the show of Sabrina coming off a pick and roll, and they played drop coverage and she knocked down a three, and they're like, "Oh, look how they're guarding her." I'm like, that's rare. Like, they don't really guard Sabrina like that. Like, typically on a screen on a pick and roll, they're hedging or they're trapping or trying to force her to get the ball out of her hands. Like, they played Sabrina like this her first 2 seasons, her first 3 seasons. Like, it wasn't just, we just gonna come off it. Like, there's a lot of players that have come in with, like, I think Aaliyah Boston was challenged last year, especially in the beginning. I think
definitely
was her first game against,
especially with the top 5 players in the league being bigs, or like
right.
Like you got,
I remember who their first
going
game
against BG, Asia, Breanna Stewart, damn, Jonquil Jones, damn. I want to say Sylvia Fowles still in the league her last season. I mean, I think this was her last. That was her last season.
Aaliyah's first season.
No,
Aaliyah's first season was last year.
that was last year.
Yeah, that was Sylvia's first season, retired. But Aaliyah did have to play.
I'm thinking of Shakira Austin. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you're thinking.
I'm thinking of Shakira Austin TikTok where she was like, "Oh, when you got to graduate, play against BG, Asia, and Sylvia Fowles in the same week."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when her rookie year, Breanna Stewart was still in Seattle.
Okay. Yeah. But
yeah,
she still got to play against some of the best players that have played this game that are still in the league. Like,
still had to play Ken,
Stewie, BG, they're all timers, and they're still in the league.
I feel like with more time, things will start to work better. They'll start to figure out, and I think some of it is coaching. Like, are you catering towards Caitlin, or are you catering towards the team as a whole? Because it seems like at times she's trying to make sure that Caitlin is comfortable when everyone needs to be comfortable. You're not winning a game with just
It's not the Indiana Caitlin Clarks.
You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win the way that you want to with just Caitlin getting off. This isn't Iowa anymore. Like, there has to be a balance between Caitlin looking for her shot, looking for others and other players making plays with Caitlin Clark roaming, because no one's going to leave her. And if they do, I think Kelsey Mitchell came off of a curl screen the last game. I think she came off a curl screen, was on the wing. Dejanay Carrington was watching the ball. And as Kelsey Mitchell caught the ball, she swung it straight across to the opposite wing. Caitlin Clark got an open three. So when you do play other actions, it forces people to either face guard her. So now you're playing 4-on-4. And if they help, then you find her. But I just feel like there's too much like mental lapses. I think the only player that's gone out there and is not thinking when they're playing is Timmy Fagbinlin. And she's probably been their most consistent player.
Yeah.
Like, I think she comes out there and she's just like, all right, I'm going to do exactly what I do every single time.
Just going to hoop. Ain't
Like,
making it uncomplicated at all.
And it's just, people are like, oh, but they're dropping these passes. Like, yeah, they should be catching these passes, but you're also not used, like, there's not that many players that can make the passes like that make outlet passes like Sabrina, Caitlin, Chelsea Gray, Courtney Vandersloot.
Yeah.
Who else is making outlet, and Candace Parker, but she's retired now. Who else is making outlet passes on a regular the way that those 4 players do, those 5 players do? There's not even that many doing it in the NBA. So, like, there's not a lot of players that are used to having to be ready to catch the ball at all times. And a lot of times, some players are in the air and they're worried about how they're gonna land, or if someone's under them or whatever. There's a bunch of different reasons for why people don't do it. But I just think it's a week in, it's 4 games in, and they played 2 of the best teams. They played 2 teams that were about
team was in the semifinals and team was in the finals.
Exactly. So, and this is a team that got the first pick for a reason. Yeah. Like, they weren't very good last year.
Like, bro, do you think the Aces were built overnight?
They are 2 years removed from us celebrating them getting a 2-win win streak, or 2-game win streak. They are 2 years removed from that. 2 years.
Yeah.
So we have to, like, just pump the brakes a little bit. I think all the expectations and people are just like, oh, okay, let's go come in and cook right away. No. Okay, if she does, cool. But if she doesn't, there's no need to panic. People are panicking like this is her last season.
And I'll say this too. People are so fixed on being right about this whole, oh, she's going to struggle. It's an adjustment period. Duh, like, what victory lap is that to have?
Yeah.
Like, this is a rookie thing, bro. Like, rookie struggle. Like, the Aces didn't figure it out. They had 3 straight #1 picks in Kelsey Plum, Asia Wilson, and Jackie Young. They won a chip till 2 years ago. They came close. They built, and I can see the same thing, same similar thing happening here with the Fever, being that they drafted Alyssa Smith, Aaliyah Boston, and Caitlin Clark 3 consecutive years, and these players being the players that they were in college and being impactful in the league. Like, they're building something in Indy. It's going to happen. Just wait on it. Just wait. Stop rushing it to happen now, okay? I understand there's a lot of these new fans that don't get how this thing works, but it don't happen overnight, damn it. Just like the NBA, it don't happen overnight, damn it. LeBron got to the league in 2003. Ain't get to his first finals in 2007. Ain't win his first finals until 2012. These things don't happen overnight. Like, the college game is a whole different game than the NBA. I mean, not NBA. College game is different than the WNBA. College is completely different. Completely different. You got 144 of the best players in the league. That's really the best of the best. 144 of the best players? Come on. Not 450, 144. It's a little more parity there. It's a little more, like, it's really tough. And you still got all-time greats in the league. Still got all-time greats in the league. The league is that young. You still got all-time greats in the league, bro. Across the board. I'm just thinking of the play. You got Jewel Lloyd, Skylar nigga Smith, Chelsea Gray. You got, I'm trying to think of who else is not. You still got Diana Taurasi in the league, bro. She's still kicking.
She kicking for sure.
She kicking for sure.
Literally.
Oh man, you got Sabrina Ionescu that's up and coming. Ryan Howard that's up and coming. You got Rike Ogunbowale, who's nice, who's ill. Jackie Young, that I mentioned earlier. They not ready to give up their spot. You think they about to just bow down, lie down because Caitlin Clark come in the league? No. If anything, that's more motivation.
And who?
We're not about to let this little rookie come in and try to take our stuff. Hell no. She about to earn hers. Come on, man. Y'all really got to figure out it. Y'all really got to learn how this stuff works. It don't just work overnight. This is not 2K. You don't just build a team and the team don't work right. Come on, man. Y'all made me sick with some of the stuff y'all type and tweet on the damn TL, bro. I said I was going to chill out, but I'm here now. I'm here now. I don't care. I'm here now, bro. It's just like, bro, y'all don't get it. It's a lot of y'all. But it's okay. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. That's what Mark is here for. Karina, Bailey, Nick, Andre, 9450. That's what we all here for, to educate y'all. To sit back, relax, and let the pros do the talking. Continue, Tariq. I just had to let that. I just had to get that off, bro, because I was sick seeing some of the tweets and stuff, bro. Just seeing y'all gotta let this Gamecock Iowa stuff go. They on the same team now. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. All this UConn, let it go. Let all the college feuds and stuff go. Save that for November. They all on one team now. Save it for November, man. Y'all made me sick, bro. Save it for November, dog. All this bickering and arguing on the TL about, oh, shut up. Like, damn. Oh my gosh, bro. Just relax. It's only been a week in the season. This is a week into this young woman's career. Relax. This is only year 2 in a young woman's career. Relax. Take a chill pill. And I know you probably telling me to do the same at the moment, but damn it, I'm not chilling. I'm sorry. But man, y'all gotta realize it's a loss. It's 40 games, not 4. 40. We got 36 games left. Like, people just try to force things too much. Let it happen. Let it happen, man. Y'all be on some. I done see some of the worst takes this past week, man. Some of the worst. For people out who I've never seen talk W, and I'm in W Twitter. I'm present in W. Y'all know that. Y'all know the Hoodie and Headband. We are present in W Twitter. This is our 4th season covering the game. We've been here, all right? Everybody mentioned they've been here too, all right? I'm seeing faces. I get it. This draft class is special. It's bringing new eyes to the game. Everybody's watching for Andrew Reese now. They're watching for Caitlin Clark. They're watching for Cam Brink and Rakia. They watch for JC. They watch for Aaliyah Edwards. They watching for whoever else. Because of the impact that the college game, them college tournaments had the past couple seasons. Everybody's not watching the W because them girls are in the W. It's translating. The league is growing. The W is here. We're getting NBA-like tweets. in the W space. The W has made it. I'm glad. I'm happy about it. But at the same time, we gotta realize we gotta bring it down. We gotta come back to earth, people. We gotta come back to earth. We gotta come back down to earth. Just know it is more than Caitlin Clark and Andrew Reese. I say that respectfully. I say that respectfully. I see people in the TL just realizing who the hell Kalia Copper is because how she cut up the past couple of games. I likes that. I like that people are learning. Why am I in such of a Joe Butter rant? It doesn't help that I'm wearing a white tee either. Oh my god! I'm sorry, bro. I was like, bro, just everybody just relax. It's only been a week in the season, bro. We still got a lot of basketball left to play. Ain't even get to the Commissioner's Cup yet. Ain't even get All-Star break. None of that, bro. Everybody's taking a chill pill. Just relax. All right. I love the energy. I love the attention that the league is getting. It is about time that the league gets this attention. And we said it, we've been saying it, that this draft class is going to be the draft class to change the league. And it's the change is here. It's like that. Change is here. Fast change. But at the same time, we must regulate. We must make sure things are told properly. And that's what we're here for. Tariq, continue.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, it's just give them time. I mean, just we also have to think about the fact that they don't have a ton of time for practices either. Which everyone having charter flights will help them have more practices, and it's crazy to say that, but there aren't a ton of practices for these players to get ready, and they have a week and 2 days of training camp. So just put some things into perspective. You need some context and when you're thinking and when you're talking about certain things. And it's not like they had a 2 month or a month-long training camp and they had time to figure out how to gel, especially considering Kelsey Mitchell got hurt in the first or during training camp. So she wasn't even able to be on the court with the guy or with the players that she was going to be playing with. So just take some things into context and just wait. Just be patient. If you're really here for the long haul, you will be pleasantly surprised if you are thinking negatively or feeling negatively at this moment. Just stick with them. That's all. It's just like any other sport. Just stick with the young players. Let the young team grow. They're in a rebuild. They weren't going to be going for a championship this year anyway. So people are like, oh, they're going to make the playoffs. If they do, they do. But that shouldn't be the expectation. Should have never been the expectation. But people got excited, which is fine, which is more than okay. That's sports. You get excited about certain players coming in or new players going to different places, and we see that either work or it doesn't. That's just how it is. So, yeah, just be patient. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, with that being said, I'm looking forward to the development and the growth of Caitlin Clark and seeing how her career plays out. She's a special player, one of a kind, generational talent. And she has shown that early on too. She's shown that she has the confidence, whatever. She got the swagger. She's got it. She just got it, bro. Some people have it. She has it, and I think that should be a key piece for Indiana's success. And I'm glad that she fell into an opportunity where she can impact the team right away. You know, I felt like she could have went to any of the 12 teams and be impactful right away. They would have made it work for a player like Caitlin Clark. Now I think about it, maybe not. Because you got players like, well, you got teams like the Aces who have a guard core like they have. If she would end up on the Liberty, that would have been crazy. Sabrina and Caitlin backcourt. My goodness.
Defense was terrible, but that shooting would have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Who you gonna trap? Like you can't trap her. She doesn't get the ball to do it.
And the other one, they can both pass too.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. But any of the other 10 teams in the league, other than those two that I just mentioned. She could have fell right on and impact right away from day one. But I'm glad that, you know, I'm glad that she's an indie. It just works out for her. It works out for her, works out for them and what they're building. And it's good to have the talent spread out across the league, you know? Like next year we'll have Paige coming into the league and she'll probably end up on, I don't even know who's last in standings at the moment.
Mystics.
Be the Mystics.
Team back up with Aaliyah.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. No, well, Indiana's last and then right behind Washington. So yeah. But yeah. Just give it time with Caitlyn, bro. We had to give it time with everybody else. We had to give time with the Caitlyn's before Caitlyn, okay?
Everybody but
was Caitlyn before Caitlyn.
everybody
Kelsey Plum
but
was Caitlyn before Caitlyn.
everybody but
Huh?
we had to go through this with everybody but.
Oh, Candace Nicole.
Oh, okay. Just making sure the people knew.
Yeah, because she dropped 34 on her debut against the reigning champs.
And stamped it. Like, I'm here.
I mean, hey, Candace is one of a kind, bro. She's the only player to win Rookie of the Year and MVP. We've had some crazy rookies coming after Candace. We had some crazy players coming after Candace. We had Maya Moore, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Will Lloyd, Skylar Diggins-Smith,
BG.
Celadon. Come on now. List goes on and on and on and on and on and on. But they ain't do what Candace did.
It's only one.
It's only one Candace.
It's only one.
All right. What else is there to talk about? Aces lost. So they're not undefeated. So much for a 40-0 season. But hey, they're, I don't know. I don't know where I was going to go with this, but I know that was I guess a wake-up call. I don't know. It's early in the season. It's too early in the season really to judge.
Yeah, I think without Chelsea Gray, they're gonna struggle a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll still be in that top 3 range if they're not number 1.
Yeah.
And I think for them, it's just figuring out what works best for them without Chelsea Gray. Because Chelsea Gray does the perfect job of balancing when to get hers and when to get shots for Asia, when to get a shot for Kelsey, when to get a shot for Jackie Young. And Kelsey Plum, that's been one of the struggles throughout her career, which is why when they brought in Chelsea Gray, it was great for her because she could now play off the ball and have to make less decisions. Not saying that she can't make the decisions, but when you have to make split-second decisions and you have multiple options, it's not an easy answer for each one. That's why the great point guards are so great, is because they can make a simple play, they can make a difficult play or a difficult option look simple. And then also the bench. The bench has to give them something, especially with no Chelsea Gray. It's hard to, you're going to get 20 plus from Kelsey, Jackie, and Asia almost every night. You're not getting a ton from Kia Stokes in terms of scoring. You're going to get probably 10 to 12 from night to night from Alicia Clark. You got to get something from Kirsten or Kate or Sid Colson. Somebody's got to give you something. Meg Gustafson, they all have the ability. They just, as the season goes on, I think they'll start to do that more and more. Kate Martin had a great game against the first game against Phoenix. So I'm curious to see how she continues to gel with the team, but I think they'll be all right. I'm not panicked. I don't think, especially since she is coming back this season. If she wasn't coming back this season, then I'd be a little worried. And I could see that this season feels like a different season for Asia Wilson. So that's another reason why I'm not worried, because the way that she talked in that post game or in that presser, I think was going into the fourth quarter, maybe when they played Phoenix. I think it was Friday night, maybe. I want to say Friday night. and she was visibly upset. She was visibly frustrated with the way that they had played. You know, they came out firing all cylinders in the first quarter, slowed it down a little bit in the second quarter, and the third quarter was kind of just like a back and forth. And she knows when that team is playing at their best, they are one of the harder, I'll say one of the more unguardable teams. And she knows like Kelsey's a player that can get into some possessions where she's just, all right, I'm about to go get mine. I'm about to go get mine. Like her and Diana Taurasi went back and forth for a sequence. Like Kelsey hit a shot, then DT came down, hit a shot. And Kelsey hit another shot, then DT came down and tried to get another shot. And then Kelsey came down and shot a shot after that too. So sometimes you got to reel her in a little bit. And I think Asia is trying to make sure that they don't take this regular season and take the team that they have and the opportunity they have for granted. They have a real chance of going back to back to back. A real, and I think she wants them to feel the same passion about getting there as she does. And I'm not saying I just think she's trying to find the best way to get that point across without Chelsea Gray on the court with them. And that's also going to take time. Like Kelsey Plum going back into not just a point guard role, but a more point guard centric role. And I think Jackie Young could gain a lot from doing some of the same things if they played both of them as run the offense and try to figure out things that way. So it's not just Kelsey Plum but like we said, it's game 3 or 4, first week of the season, like give things time to gel. We have to talk about stuff. So this is one of the things that, they have looked good, and they've had teams or they've had plays or games where they haven't looked like the Aces. So, but without Chelsea Gray, that's to be expected, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. I remember that game 1 against Phoenix. Phoenix gave them a run for their money in both games that they played against them. Obviously Phoenix won last night. But in that game 1, Asia was just like, yo, like we playing both, not like sloppy, whatever. It's just like she didn't like how they came out. I forgot the exact quote, but like you mentioned, like she's ready to three-peat. Like Asia is really on the quest. Like she's out to be one of the GOATs of this league. She said that. She said it on the Paul George podcast last year. Like, and you could tell that she really understands that it's in the position that she's in to do something that hasn't been done before by any of her peers. Like Stewie hasn't three-peated. BG hasn't three-peated. Shoot, they haven't even two-peated, I don't think. If I'm not mistaken.
Say it again.
So they haven't even two-peated if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Yeah, she's the only person in her era, in her amongst her peers that have went back to back.
Yeah, it's been every other year.
Yeah. Getting back to back defensive player of the year. Should have been back to back damn MVP, but that's another story for another day. But like you can tell she's after it all, and she's setting herself up to be one of the GOATs. Hey, turn that down. I'm sorry, bro. Let me close the door, bro. Let me close it. My fault. Listen, bro. I'm recording. I meant to mention that. I'm sorry. I didn't know if you knew or not, but
oh man, it's hilarious.
This is a classic episode already. But but yeah, nah, bro. Just the Aces and what they're after, bro. Just how they set the standard for this era of the game. You got teams teams building themselves up to compete with them. We saw how the Liberty brought in John Quell and Stewie last season. Now we see how the Storm brought in NECA and Skylar this season. Just building themselves up to be able to match up with the Aces and give the Aces a run for their money. Just what a time to be alive, really, because hey, I was born in '99. I didn't get to see the Comets dynasty run, you know. Got to witness a little bit of the Mystics dynasty, you know, being that I was old enough to watch and experience that, but I didn't experience it the full way like I'm experiencing this Aces dynasty. So, and then for a lot of new odds on the game and stuff, like this is just stuff that we're gonna remember, you know, like we're gonna remember this time period, like the 2020s is gonna be the defining decade for the WNBA, if it's not already.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the decade that pushes the league forward. And remember who was at the top during that time. Remember the players that were at the top during that time. We're witnessing history here, yo. And
So 2000s was Comet, Sparks, Detroit.
Yeah.
And then I think there was a Phoenix here and there. Then 2010s was Minnesota. And then you had a Sparks year in there, a Fever year in there,
Storm year,
a Storm year, and a Mystics year in there. And then obviously in the 2020s you have a Storm year.
This was
A
Storm,
Sky year,
Sky, Aces,
Sky,
Ace, and that's it.
Yep. So this is how we'll over the next 2 years we'll know whose decade this was. Because right now it looks like the Aces. But if someone else is able to leapfrog, get a championship this year, then we can change that. It just depends.
Yeah.
But it's looking like Asia's league. So
yeah, man. Stop playing with A apostrophe, dog. This league is hers, all right?
I'm just saying certain players don't play the same when they play against the Aces. That's all I'm saying. Certain players can run people over and get up whatever shot they want on some teams, but Asia Wilson in the building. It get a little quiet in there.
Oh yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Just get a little quiet. That's all.
All right. Speaking of teams, Seattle Storm.
I thought you were gonna say speaking of like shouldering through people or like running people over. I thought you were just gonna segue into something else.
Oh no. But
I thought you were way into Connecticut.
Oh nah. But I was gonna say, speaking of teams building themselves up to play against the Aces, the Seattle Storm. They're 1-3 as of the time of this recording. I mean, they got a game. By the time this is out, they would have played the Indiana Fever, which they got the upper hand, and they should win. But you know, Indiana Fever they've been in some tough games, and
You've been better.
had a close game against the Connecticut the Connecticut Sun the other night. So but yeah, no. What's up with the Seattle Storm? And like, is it just early in the season for them, or just like they still need time to figure it out? Like, when do you think they'll figure it out?
I think it's early in the season, and NECA got hurt. And she's a big key to the team. Especially being on that wing with the experience she has. She only played two of the first 4 games. Skylar Dinkins Smith is still trying to get, still trying to get her bearings. Be back in the court for, a longer period of time. I think I would assume Nika coming in helps her a little bit, and she doesn't have to play 36, 35 minutes. She can go to the bench and feel comfortable, and they don't have to feel like they have to put her right back in the game, because at this point, the top 4 are playing 35 or more minutes a game. Outside of Skylar, she's playing 33. You're getting good moments from Mercedes Russell. You're getting good moments from Jordan Horston. But after that, it's been a little inconsistent. But I think that comes with the territory of, starting a new season. I think, for the most part, what you're getting from the top 4 players from night to night. It's just what else? What are you getting from the other ones? But I think once Skylar, Jewel, and Necker are able to play 4 to 5 games in a row together, I think the wins will start to stack up because they have too much talent to not.
Yeah.
I'd be really surprised. And Jewel's got to shoot a little bit better. She's only averaging 17 points a game right now, so I expect that to increase as well. I don't think it'll stay that way.
Yeah, I just think it's time, bro. It's just too early to tell. It's too early to tell anything at this point, man. The more that they play together, the more that they gel together, the better they'll be. Just like with the Liberty last year, you know, the more that they play together, the better they'll be. And that's why I think Liberty would be even better this year because they had that time together and that time to build a chemistry. Um, that's all it is. It's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree.
Trying to think of what else.
Do we think this is the year that Connecticut gets over the hump?
No.
What do you think they're missing? Or do you think they're?
I
Do
don't
you
know
think
what it is
there's?
with Connecticut. I would like Connecticut to get it together, but it's just I don't know. Maybe just on paper, bro, that there's other teams out there better than Connecticut. I think if they would have held on to John Quell, yes. But being that John Quell is in New York now, playing with Stewie, playing with Benaj Alani, Sabrina Ionescu, Courtney Vandersloot, and the team that they got together, that's just other teams can't really match up against that, bro. And Connecticut is one of them. Connecticut's a good team, but you got John Quell and Brianna Stewart up against Bree Jones and Alyssa Thomas, height wise. Now Alyssa Thomas, big guard, you know, point forward. She don't play the 4 to 5 a couple times out of necessity. But because I don't know, maybe things are gonna be different this year because they got a healthy Bree Jones again, and they're gonna need her to stay healthy for them to have a chance again. But I just don't know, man. It's like got not John Cole. You got Alyssa Thomas, DeWanna, Bree Jones, Dejanay. I'm trying to think of
Harris in there too.
Tires.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that with them up against the Aces or the Liberty this year, yo. It's just nothing that is definitive to put them over those players. Don't get me wrong, 5-game series, anything can happen. You know, we don't see, you know, anything can happen. God forbid one of those teams dealing with a couple injuries. That gives them that gives them more of a chance to upset that team, you know? I feel like Connecticut got it. Their ceiling is like 1 seed, obviously. But I feel like they won't fall below the 4th seed. And if I were to rank it right now, they'd be my 3rd team in the league.
High floor, but they have a set ceiling in your opinion.
It's like I just can't really envision because I think these other teams are just better than them regardless. They're gonna need another key player. Like if Necker with the Connecticut, I would say, yeah, that's a player that can help them get over the edge of getting over the Liberty or the Aces.
Do you think Alyssa Boston? I almost said Aaliyah and Alyssa at the same time, so I ended up saying Alyssa Boston. Do you think Alyssa Thomas's play style and personality keeps players from going there? And I'm not saying personality in like a bad way. I just feel like
not in a bad way, but
she gives me the same vibes as Giannis early in his career, or like early in his stardom, where he was like, "I'm not working out with nobody. Like I'm staying in Milwaukee. I don't need nobody's help. Blah 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 blah. Like I'm not creating no super team." And I'm not saying that she, doesn't want to create or whatever. I just feel like she's more of a standoffish superstar than a Stewie who is more open to outside players and players on her team. Same with Asia. And I feel like the John Quell and Alyssa Thomas thing kind of went under the radar, but I feel like that's why Jonquil ended up leaving. And Kurt Miller left too. Like it wasn't just like so.
They
I
got
don't
a
know.
whole, I mean, it's a whole different squad now that they're, building it around DeWan and Alyssa Thomas, definition of a damn power couple. But I mean, other things that I hear about Alyssa Thomas, bringing the best out of her players, like you see it, like she's able to get her players in position. Like she's a team player through and through. She gonna score 10, rebound 10, and dish out 10 assists. Like she had 9 assists the other night. Like she get everybody well rounded. Like she gets people going in their spots. And because of her being that kind of player, because being the type of player that can get everybody going and get herself going when need be, it should work out. Or you given the right play, given the right circumstance, given the right opportunity, they can bring somebody in that will want to play under that can help get them to that next step, that next level. But I don't know. I just don't know with the way the way that the roster is constructed today. I don't feel like they can get there. Maybe last year. I like last year's roster a little more, being that it had key pieces off the bench that could come in and help out. They had Rebecca Allen last year. Rebecca Allen, one of the most underrated players in the league.
Super important player, yeah.
Like she is a championship player. She hasn't won a championship to my memory, I don't think. But she's the kind of player that you would want on a championship squad. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if the Liberty kept her around, bro, imagine that team with Rebecca Allen on it now.
Perfect fit.
Like, that's why I think Phoenix is gonna have a solid year because of their additions to their team. Rebecca Allen being one of them. So, I don't know. I just don't think they strike me as a for sure contender. They're obviously going to be a contender because they're going to be one of the best teams in the league. But the way I think a contender is teams that I think got a shot, like a real shot at winning the championship. As of right now, it's the Aces and the Liberty until proven otherwise.
So you don't think the Mercury, the Dream, or the Lynx can make a jump?
I think they can make a jump, yes. But as in this current moment, if I had a crown or if I had to pick and make a prediction as to who will be playing in the WNBA finals, it's going to be a rematch. Now, don't get me wrong, what's going on in Atlanta, Ryan Howard's taking a lead. The Mercury, they look good. They challenged the Aces in 2 games, got one out of the deal. Those were not easy games for the Aces. And that's without Brittany Griner. I know it's early, but hey, and like we still ain't see how we still haven't seen the Storm at their best yet. They're figuring it out. Skylar coming back. She this is her first time playing in like a year or some change. Nick out due to injury again. But they got players on that squad. They got an Ezzy Mabagor who can be a defensive player of the year. They got a Jordan Horston. They got Jewel Lloyd. Like, they got the pieces. So the league is in a good place. It's some parity in the league. It's some good parity in the league to where these teams can give other teams a run for their money. I ain't even talking about the freaking Wings yet. I ain't even talking about the freaking Lynx yet. Those are 2 other teams that can give these teams a run for their money. The league is at a great. Whoo! The league is at. The league might be at its peak right now, boy. Just might. It's too many good teams. But they all just fall short, in my opinion. They all just fall a little short, just slightly, to the Aces and the Liberty. Aces and Liberty are for sure the favorites. But these other teams are going to give them a run for their money. That's how I feel at this current moment. As of May 22nd, 2024. Well, May 23rd when this episode is out. 2024. That's how I feel. Now, it's a long season. I'm gonna feel differently throughout the season, obviously, because things change, rearrange. So do I. Word to J. Cole. But that's how I felt this current moment.
Yeah. I do think it's a two team race right now. I think by the Olympic break, we'll know the teams that are real contenders. The one team that I feel like is going to be on that teeter all season is Dallas because of the injuries.
Yes.
Natasha Howard broke her foot first game, and played the rest of the game. They said she broke it in either the first or second quarter. I can't remember exactly what quarter they said, but I want to say it was the first quarter they said she broke it in. She ended up playing 36 minutes and had 15, 13, and 5, which is crazy. And then Jaylen Brown broke her nose, so she's out for a little bit. Satu was already out.
Yeah.
And you're bringing in, or you're trying to integrate players like J.C. Sheldon, Stephanie Suarez, Lou Lopez Seneschal into feeling comfortable. And now you have a Monique Billings who you bring in, and she's playing really well. But it's just going to be a very interesting season for them because are you trying to compete with the team that you have, or are you going to take this season as a let's make sure everyone develops, or we know what we have with everyone and we continue to build from there, because you have probably about a month stretch after Satu comes back to try to, push forward, and depending on where you are, make that playoff push. Natasha Howard should be back. I would assume at the end of July, maybe, or end of June, maybe July. And then Jaylen Brown, I don't think they said she would be out that long. So it's just going to be really interesting to see what kind of direction they take, because they've been in every game, they've played well. It's just going to be interesting to see what they do, because you have a lot of options with all the depth and the young players that you have. Because I mean, they use their draft picks every year. They don't trade them things away. They use their draft picks. So they're just kind of in that middle right now. Like, are you competing or are you rebuilding? Or are you I would say not rebuilding. Are you competing or are you building? For me, are you trying to win a championship, or are you trying to build a roster that competes for years and years? Because if you get a Maddie Segrist confident, if you get a JC Sheldon confident, if you get a Lou Lopez Seneschal and Stephanie Suarez and a Jaylen Brown, to add to the Satu, the Arike, the Tierra, the Kalani, you add that all together, they have that takes a lot. That's not just like, oh, boom, now you good. But if you can get those things to happen and to get all these people to feel comfortable and integrate it with chemistry and everything like that, be a team that people are not going to see in the playoffs.
For sure.
In the future, I should say.
Man, I'm sorry. Just to think, I'm mad they got rid of Veronica Burton, because I felt like she could have been an impactful player for them this year, and I felt like she was on her way, especially after last season. I felt like she was on her way to being an impactful player for the Wings and being someone that can help them get over the hump, or just get past, get to another round. I felt like he could have helped them, but I felt like maybe they probably saw something else in some of the other guards that are on the team.
I would say, if you keep her, who do you cut?
That's what I'm saying, because see, Lou Lopez didn't play last year.
Yeah.
And then you drafted JC Sheldon this year.
Yeah.
Like, that's a hard decision. I know that was a hard decision for them to make. And I feel like Veronica Burton should be on a WNBA team. Like, she could help out anybody.
I definitely agree with that.
She's a real pro.
She should be on the Mystics.
Yeah.
She should be on the Mystics. I'm not saying that she's the answer at point guard, but they need point guard help right now.
Yeah, because Brittany Sykes is out.
Yeah.
Brittany Sykes is out.
Julie Van Lewis played well, but just for more stability, you would like to have multiple point guards on your roster.
Yeah.
So I am surprised that they haven't at least reached out at this point. Hey, they know more than we do. They've seen more than we do, I should say.
I'm about to say we make no decision. We just talk about them. We are not GMs. We are not scouts. We are two guys with microphones that talk about the game that we love. You said what?
I said I do not have a microphone.
I don't either. We're off the built-in microphones on our devices.
You guys, iPad and laptop.
Yeah. Anyways, what game are you looking forward to this week? We got some good games this weekend. Jam-packed Saturday slate. Thursday we got a good slate as well.
Bro, but nah, hold on. The scheduling is horrific. Still, how do you have 1 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
You have that whole day. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That's 5 slots. It's not that hard.
It's not.
12, 2, 4, 6, 8.
You got one game on Friday, 10 o'clock. You got one game yesterday that was 10 o'clock.
They had 2 games yesterday at 10 o'clock.
I'm saying yesterday as in Wednesday, as in today.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Tomorrow's I know that always confuses us.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. One game on Wednesday, 10 o'clock. Thursday, you got 2 games at 7, 1 game at 10. Friday, 1 game at 10. Saturday. Wait, why are the Sparks playing in Long Beach and not in the Crib?
They're doing construction in crypto.
Okay.
But I think this weekend, I want to say this weekend is when it changes.
Okay.
I could be mistaken. Because I did see a clip where Gilbert and them said they were going to try to come out. I think for the Friday night game.
Yeah, cause I saw Alexi post the the picture of Gil holding up the sign.
To a game is the one that Caitlin Clark is playing. They not slick. Also, Jeff Teague, bro. Well, come on, bro. You play in the NBA. You played at Wake Forest or Georgia Tech? Wake Forest?
Oh, I thought you went to Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. Wait. Yeah, Georgia Tech. I'm bugging. He played with Ish Smith. Or like right after Ish.
That's a tough squad. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a tough backcourt.
You played high-level basketball.
Oh, no, he went to Wake.
Oh, man. Mess me up, man.
I thought he went to Georgia Tech for some reason, but he went to Wake.
Mess me up. Okay. So you play high-level basketball. And you want these other WNBA players to just let Caitlin score so that people keep watching? What?
I'm sorry. W was doing numbers before Caitlin put on the Indiana Fever jersey.
So they was just letting Wemby score this year, right? Or he was just actually going to get them buckets.
You think they let LeBron score? Hell no.
Did they let Kobe score?
Hell no.
Mike score?
Hell no.
D Wade score?
Hell no.
Magic?
Hell no.
Larry?
Hell no.
Kareem?
Hell no.
The greats gonna do it regardless.
Exactly. That's what makes them great.
They're gonna be so good that you think it's easy, or that you think that people are not good enough. She jumped into a league of grown women.
Yep.
With mouths to feed at their crib, rent to pay.
Yeah.
And
the woman got kids. The one that had twins.
Stop. All right, Ryan Rocco. They were ready for smoke, as they should be. Everybody always is. When LeBron was drafted, Ricky Davis said, "We don't need him." It's sports, man. This is what it is. It's competition.
I'm about to say, you
not compete
until proven otherwise. Like you're a rookie.
Watching that doesn't even make sense. That don't even make sense, bro. What are we talking about? Like, some people just shouldn't talk. Just shouldn't talk. Just if you not fully equipped, just leave that.
Leave it to the pros, damn it.
Leave that. That's it. Just leave it. Like, I'm thinking like, no way they really sat up there. And like the producer or whoever was in the background was like, so you want them to let her score? He's like, no, let her score, and then when she get really cooking, that that's when everybody, what?
I
No.
think Caitlyn is playing. I think this is how the way it's going now is how it should be going. Like she's good enough to where she could drop a 20 piece any given moment, but at the same time, they're not. That's gonna be a hard 20 piece for her to get.
But I don't think that's even going to be an every night thing. Again, they play.
Exactly, because it's not like she's automatic and stuff like from it. Whatever she's going through her growing pains. Like she's going through learning how to play WNBA basketball. It's way more physical as she has seen. You know.
Yeah, but that's it. I'm not even about to get that too much.
All right, cool. But games
Games.
of the week.
Uh,
I'm intrigued by this Liberty and Lynx game on Saturday.
I'm
That'll be a game I'll be tuned into.
not mad at that.
What else is happening? Andrew Reese makes her return, not return, comes to New York on Thursday. Play the Liberty.
Stewie versus Angel Reese
Lynx and Sun that day too. Oh my gosh, those are two great games to play on a Thursday
at the same time.
at the same time. Split screen action. You got Phoenix and Washington. You
I
got
think Indiana, LA will be a good one.
Indiana, LA will be a good game. Yeah.
I think seeing Caitlyn versus Cambridge is going to be fun. Rakia, and Leah Boston on the same court.
Yeah.
Going to be fun. I think that's a game where she could feel more comfortable. Not saying they don't have great defenders, but I think that's a team where she could get off for 25 to 30.
Yeah.
Because you got to have the personnel. You can't just high hedge and just force the ball out of players' hands. And Caitlyn is a smart basketball player. She's going to figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
And then you're going to try something else.
Yeah.
So eventually these things are going to work themselves out. Like Dallas and Phoenix. Enrique and Kalia Copper.
Oh yeah.
It's a fun matchup. I'm really intrigued by Dallas. I want to continue to see how they play,
man.
how they gel. Minnesota Atlanta is a fun one.
Yep. That's Sunday at 6 p.m.
So there's some good games this weekend. I think it's gonna be interesting to see how Angel Reese plays against Bree Jones, Alyssa Thomas, and them.
Yeah.
Pretty similar play styles of just trying to get straight to the paint, get rebounds, and yeah, those are some of the games I'll be looking up for sure. I'm gonna watch all, but those are the top games.
Yeah.
New York and Minnesota.
Injuries has been able to kind of prove the doubters wrong in a sense. I know a lot of people talked about how maybe she should have stayed in every year, get a draft stock up, or just work on her game. I think the best way to develop is to just get thrown in the fire.
Yeah.
And she's played well.
To do it. They've only played 2 games to this point, but she's 12-8 in her first game, 11-9 in her second game. Field goal percentage isn't fantastic, but it is what it is. She's going to continue to grow, and I think that's one part of the game that people were ready to see what it was. And she played the same team back to back. You played Tierra McCowan, Kalani Brown, Stephanie Suarez. Like that's a lot of hype, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype. I'm about to say Kalani Brown is stupid tall. Stupid tall.
So that's a lot of height to deal with. The only thing I would say for her is just being more patient when she's got the ball in the post. I just feel like she's just trying to get it up on the rim instead of just taking her time and putting it up there. Like you're trying to make the shot.
Yeah.
And I think as time goes on, that's going to get better and better. But I'm very impressed with the way she's played so far. She's been in foul trouble, but I think that's to be expected as well. They're all learning. None of them were gonna come in here and just boom 20 and 10. Like that's just not. It just wasn't gonna happen. These are great players. They got great fan bases behind them, as they should, because they're great players. But there's holes in every single one of their games, and that's normal for a rookie. And you're jumping, and it's a quick jump. They didn't have a 2-month layoff or a 3-month layoff where they were able to work on their games and like, okay, this team's gonna stop me from doing this. Teams are gonna stop me. They had like
2 to 3 week
if you
periods.
played if you played in the national championship, you had what, a week and a half before
If
the
that,
or a week before the draft,
about to say the draft was the next week.
and then you
That
had
championship Sunday, and then the draft was that Monday.
a couple of days, and then training camp, preseason, inside of training camp, and then and then regular season starts.
Bro, these players are missing their graduation, bro.
Yeah.
Like all these players missed their graduation. Like,
yeah. But these players are going to continue to get better. Lee Edwards is going to continue to get better. She's played pretty well.
Yeah.
Her couple of games. I love the way Cam Brink and Rickea Jackson have played. I think
Cam Brink the other night. Oh my
getting
God.
both of them at 2 and 4.
Knocked it out the park.
Man.
Knocked it out the park.
I'm telling you. We can say what we want about all these players in this draft. I would not be surprised at all. I'm actually willing to bet some money that one of those two could end up being the best player in this draft class.
Yes.
I think Cam Brink defensively and the things that she's able to do on the offensive side, there's not a player like her in the league right now.
No.
There's just not. Like, no. I'm dead serious. Like, there are players with a similar mold, Stewie, Asia, but they don't have exactly what she has. And she doesn't have exactly what they have yet. But I feel like by year 3, 4, there's not going to be an answer.
Nah.
And you can say the same for Rickea. I think Rickea already looks comfortable, which is a nightmare for teams.
Bro, having an athletic wing like that, bro.
That can play both. She can play the 3 and the 4.
Come on now. Listen, man, they building something out there in LA, bro.
And then we haven't seen Camilla yet, and I think she's gonna look really good too. I think she's gonna be.
I think so too.
I think she might be the most ready player in this draft class, body wise, mentality. Like, there were times when she was at South Carolina where she was a little passive. She doesn't really have to worry about, like, all right, give me the ball. Like, I have to go get the ball. She can block shots, rebound, run the floor, and then all that other stuff will come with it. Like, I think she's gonna be really, really good, really good. Trying to think of some other rookies off the top of my head. Stephanie Suarez has looked really good in the minutes she's played. I've been really impressed with her, honestly. Considering the injury she came off of, didn't get to play her last season, or what technically her first season. Same for Lou. She hasn't gotten as many minutes. I think as time goes on, she'll get more and more time. I might be missing some, but for the most part, I mean, Sevgi Uzin has played really well for Dallas. JC Sheldon has played well in her minutes as well. Yeah, I'm just impressed with the way that these players have played. Kate Martin, in Las Vegas, just Alyssa Pili has played pretty well. I think these players they're going through that transition, and sooner or later, that transition will supersede itself, and they'll be just fine.
Yeah, man. But hey, we got some great games this week. Some more great W action. We're very early into a long 40-game season, which I'm glad they giving the girls 40 games. And we still got Commissioner's Cup. We still got playoff. We still got a long ways to go. We still got All-Star break. We got Olympics this year too. We got hat change. We got Olympics this year too. So this hat is tough. I'm inspired by this hat. But yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about still. So y'all know where to tune into for anything and everything basketball. So stay tuned into the Hoodie and the Headband show, man. Got an article out now previewing the Celtics and the Pacers game I mean, not game
Like,
series.
oh, I was like, damn, I missed something. I thought you were talking about WNBA.
No, but Pin is back active, okay?
All right, now.
Pin is back active, so be on the lookout. Awesome. Y'all know where to find us at. My ad is right under me. His ad is right under him.
Like, share, subscribe, comment, subscribe, all that.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff in the bag of chips. So, thank you for tuning in once again to another episode of the Hoodie and the Headband podcast show. It's your boy Bryce, Headband beat up. Signing out.